Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I want to talk about a subject that we've touched on in the past, but I want to revisit it, and that is, how does Google know what businesses to recommend in your community? How specifically does Google know what the best businesses are? How does it judge that? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is I'm on the case right now with a client. And their business, I know that their business is probably overqualified in a lot of ways compared to some of their competitors in their local market. And they were expressing this to me. They were saying, we are much better quality than these guys over here. We deliver a better product. It's better constructed, it's better put together, it's higher in quality, we have higher customer satisfaction. Our service is impeccable, and some of these other services in our area, their work is, it leaves a little bit to be desired. But when we look in Google, we're nowhere to be found, and these other businesses, these other competitors are dominating the rankings. So what gives? Why does Google have them so high? Okay. So a simple way to think about this is you and your company might have the best products, the best services, the best quality of workmanship, the best customer support, might be the best overall service in your area. But unless Google finds a way to measure that online, then it's difficult for them to push the right businesses. And the businesses that are going to end up at the top of the rankings are generally the ones with the most substantial proof, not only of their existence, but of their capabilities. Something I want to revisit, we talk about this a lot on this channel, is Google spelled out their game plan way back in 2008. The then CEO of Google, Eric Schmidt, said that brands are not the problem. Brands are the solution. That's how you sort out the cesspool. Remember that Google is literally trying to measure the quality of local businesses, hundreds of millions, if not billions, at scale, in real time. And this, and these results are updated quite often. So here's some of the things that Google looks for to know if you are a business that's worthy of being pushed. For one, they're going to look at not only at your Google My Business, but also other local channels that you would be on, or a business just like yours would be on if they were trying to get customers. We mentioned this a lot, but if you're trying to rank in local SEO and you do not have a Yelp profile for your business, you need to go get one right away. And the reason why is for any type of local SEO search, the Google algorithm figures if this is a real legitimate business trying to get customers, and we have Yelp results for most local SEO scenarios at number 1 or number 1, 2, and 3 in a lot of these local markets, then a real business in this category is going to be on Yelp. So another thing that Google looks for is other secondary, what we call citation sites. So these would be things like yp.com, which has pretty comprehensive list of a lot of businesses out there. It's going to look for your business on location things like Foursquare. It's going to say, is this business on Bing Maps? Is it on Apple Maps? Is this business on all these secondary little sites like Hot Frog and Easy Local, Super Pages, Merchant Circle, News Star, Factual. Now, these are what we call NAP citations, name, address, phone number. Some people call these NAPW, name, address, phone number, and website. The big thing that Google is looking for is the name of the business category that it's in, making sure that this business category is correct. This can also be a problem if you have the wrong business category. It's looking for the website link, the address, phone number in that local area. So those are all things that Google looks for. So now Google has said, okay, we have proof that this business exists, but what are some other things that we would be looking for if this was a local business? Well, most businesses have specific types of directories that they're on, and I'll give you an example. So if you are a lawyer and you're trying to win business, you're going to have a profile on Avvo. Your law firm is going to have a profile on Avvo. If you are a real estate agent or a realty, then your office is going to have a profile on Zillow and Trulia and some of these other places. So if you're a contractor or you're in construction or the trades, then you're going to have a profile usually on the Blue Book, or if it's more like residential things that you take care of, there might be some local directories for that. So these are things that Google is looking for, proof that you're there. Now, Google is also looking for your presence on social media. And big brands, a characteristic of big brands is that they try to acquire customers in all the channels that are out there. The social media is a place where a lot of people spend any free moment. They have their phone in their hand. They're on social media to kill the time. So if you have a Facebook page for your business and a Twitter account for your business and an Instagram and a YouTube and a LinkedIn company page, these things are also going to show that you're a real brand in a big business. And there's other sites too that are out there as well that would be typical. It would be characteristic if you are a business, a real business that looks and talks and walks like a big brand. Then you're also going to have profiles on some other sites as well. So next, Google is looking for how do people react when they come to your site? Or what types of things are on your site? What is the content of your site? Now, Google measures this by looking at how people react when they come to your site. And again, they don't use Google Analytics because there are many, many sites that do not have Google Analytics installed, but they probably use something like Google Chrome to measure that. Now, why would they do that? Why would they build market share of this browser? Remember when Chrome used to be blazing fast as a browser, and now, like when you boot it up, it's kind of slow? Well, there's a reason for that. Google has a methodology. I'm not saying it's necessarily that, but that would be the most logical. But Google does have a methodology of measuring the experience from people going in Google search and then going to a site end to end. Google reps have said this before. They haven't said it too often, but they have said it. Okay? They haven't said exactly what it is, but that's my guess. So when people come to your site, Google can see if they're satisfied with what they're seeing. Now, it's not enough usually to have like a single page that has your services, or even what some people do, they'll have like a bulleted list, just like a list of like, here's everything we do. Oftentimes, and I've seen this like with a lot of industrial clients, I've seen this with clients who are, contractors in the trades. If you have a dedicated page for each of your services, it makes it a little bit easier, or for specific key services, I should say. Not for every little single thing you do, but if you have pages that go into some greater detail about what you do and for key services that you provide, that might be helpful. And actually, it might be a sign of quality that they see as a characteristic of sites that tend to satisfy users when they're searching for that in a local market. Because remember, they're not just measuring your local market, they're measuring all local markets all around the world. So every single city and metro area. So they have a pretty good feel for what is going to satisfy customers in a different city or any type of metro area, because they see the same thing in pretty much all metro areas anywhere. Next, we're going to look at the backlink profile. I mean, if you have no links to your site or no links from any types of sites in your specific category, that might be bad. So you're probably going to need some links from other websites within your industry. That's probably good. Probably have some positive reviews out there on Google My Business and Yelp and the Better Business Bureau and maybe some of these other sites. If you're a contractor, definitely you need some reviews from House, Home Advisor, Angie's List. I mean, those are places where you have to be. They're expecting to see you there. If you're not there, they're going to say, why are you not there? So every industry has these types of sites where you need to get links from. And probably good to get, links from other types of sites within that industry if you possibly can. Also, backlinks from your local market. Maybe you're a member of the Chamber of Commerce. Maybe your site is listed on one of these like 3 best rated lists, or one of these expertise. We picked the top 20, service providers in your area out of, 500 businesses that we looked at. Maybe you've won something like best of whatever your city is. There's little websites like this. They run little promotions all the time. So if you're on one of those, that might be good. So all these things kind of add up, and they tell Google that you're a real business. They say you're a real business, and when people come to your site, you have specific landing pages for specific services that you provide, and people can find all the information that they're looking there to find. So all these things add up. The UX of your site, the content of your site. Do you have specific pages for things? So when people send you there, that's good. Do you have reviews? Do you have a presence on all these websites that Google expects to see you on? I mean, SEO is not super complicated, but like I said, there's certain things that people don't understand, because I think what happens is we know that we're good. We know that our company is providing solid products, solid service, solid customer support. And we don't understand why Google's not ranking us higher. And all these competitors that maybe their work is inferior. But again, it's what Google can measure off of the internet. So if it doesn't happen on the internet, then it doesn't exist in Google's eyes. So there has to be some sort of proof. You have to have links from certain sites. You have to have certain content on your website. Yes, you have to have reviews. Yes, you have to have profiles on all these different, websites. And you have to have a well put together site that has good user experience and that people are going to have a good reaction to, good design. They're not going to go there and say, wow, this is a putrid pile of crap. I don't think I'm coming back to this website. So all those things add up. And usually these are all reasons why Google ranks your competitors higher, and your competitors might not have the best service and they might not have the best quality, but they have the most substantial proof that they're a real business and that they can get people to their goal, which is, providing that service. And these are things that Google measures by. Google doesn't measure one-to-one the same way a human would. It's not word of mouth. It has to be on the internet or it doesn't exist. Hope that makes sense. It has to be on the internet or it doesn't exist. My name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here on a daily basis providing SEO tips and advice. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer. And I'll be back tomorrow with a new video. Till next time, peace.